have gathered in Naivasha to experience the thrill of the Safari Rally. And part of the highlights of the day is the winners on the Rally 1 category. We had Katsuta Takamoto take up the Safari Rally top position, and this was after a long time. You know, last year Takamoto was very unlucky, but fortunes changed for him this year and he took the pole position. Well, looking at what happened last year vis-a-vis what happened today, last year we saw one Toyota and two Hyundais. We had two Hyundais, Oitanak and Thierry Neuville. After Oitanak retiring from Rally 1, Neuville was not very lucky with the Safari Rally this time round. But we have one of the drivers who came up top on the podium, actually second, not top, and that is Adrien Fourmeau. Now, Fourmeau has shown quite some good improvement, especially coming into the team recently. Esape Kalapi also was very careful for the Safari Rally, and yes, their strategies seem to work because we saw Hyundai get at least one position on the podium, which is second. Also, Sami Payari is a driver we should talk about because he's young and he has managed to get also a podium position on the Safari Rally. For Takamoto, this was a very emotional moment because he has not been lucky before on the Safari Rally, and this is the first time Katsuta Takamoto actually won his first Safari Rally title. And this was what Takamoto had to say about this win that was a long time coming.
Katsuta still fourth quickest on the opening stage thanks to the huge time gaps, with his Toyota teammates dominating the leaderboard.
First of all, big thanks to the team, whole team guys, every single person of course in here in Service Park, and also factory. There are so many people working for us, and every day working very hard to improving our car and developing the car. So yeah, thanks to all of them. And for sure I have to say, this guy always next to me. We're having so many moments, difficulties. Yeah, honestly, few times I felt like should I stop or not because I was so down, but this guy always supported me, never blamed me anything happened. This is why we are here now, and we never give up. And especially this weekend also, we had already some difficulties in the beginning of the rally, and we were quite far from the front, but at the end we are here. So yeah, thank you for everybody. And Akio-san, I must say, we are here finally, and always thank you so much for your warm support. And yeah, I hope you are having enjoy moment now. And definitely this is not the only one and not the only fast one, and it will come more. This is my plan to get more. So yeah, not easy, but I try my best and keep hard working. Thank you so much.
It was a very emotional moment for Takamoto, and Kalle Rovanperä actually made a joke about his speech today on the podium, and he mentioned that somebody is cutting onions, and that referred to Takamoto's tears of joy after bagging the title for the 2026 Safari Rally on the Rally 1 category. Now, fortunes seem to have changed even for one of our local drivers, Karan Patel. Now, Karan has been unlucky in the 6. He has set a record of, one of the best performing drivers on the Safari Rally series. I think he's slightly above the record that was set before by Carl Tundo, and Karan has really exhibited his resilience in both the local rally scene and the ARC. And with this progress, we believe that Karan Patel might actually reclaim his ARC title. And we wish Karan Patel all the best as he goes on to to try and bag this ARC title. Remember, on the Safari Rally, there are several categories. There is the Rally 1, Rally 2, Rally 3, and ARC, and also the local KNRC. So, in as much as we did not have any drivers on from Kenya in Rally 1 or Rally 2, we were happy, or we managed to get drivers on the ARC, and not only just any drivers, top performing drivers. Now, as we move forward, the question that many have has been, what is the future of the Safari Rally, especially since this year we have seen a very strong involvement of the private sector in the Safari Rally. Now, we have seen SportPesa and KCB come in a very big way, and also not forgetting Kenya Airways as well, plus many other companies. The president today made a speech during the award ceremony, and he made a very important statement about the private sector actually taking up the WRC Safari Rally. Now, after this, we're also going to talk about the extension of the contract, because that is also a question that many are asking. But the president did hint in his speech that we are going to have Safari Rally next year, but that was a hint. Now, after this soundbite by the President of the Republic of Kenya, we are going to talk about the extension of the contract and where we are at as a country and what this means for Safari Rally. So this is what the President had to say about the private sector taking up the role of WRC Safari Rally.
This is the last Safari Rally where we will be expending public money promote it. From next year, this event will be fully funded, fully supported by the private sector. And I want to congratulate the private sector for stepping up as patriots and citizens and partners with the government of Kenya to assume the responsibility of hosting this event, managing this event, and promoting this event and financing this event. To the private sector, that is true patriotism, so that the resources we have as government, we can use it to promote sports in our schools and in other spheres. Congratulations to Kenya Commercial Bank, SportPesa, and all the other promoters and supporters and partners that will be participating, Safaricom included, and Kenya Airways, and all the other good people. I want to tell them big gratitude from the government of Kenya for you stepping up to support the Safari Rally and making this event fully funded, fully supported by the private sector.
Kenyans are known to love the Safari Rally. They turn out in large numbers. But now the very ironical thing about this turn-up is, well, not many Kenyans actually know about the sport, and this should be a challenge those who are watching to actually start learning the Safari Rally. You know, we cannot be hosting such a serious event and hatujui. Ni kama unasema we ni fan wa Man U ama we ni fan wa Chelsea na hujui offside ni nini. So we happen to put up a trivia for the fans who came for the Safari Rally, and we were actually surprised about their level of knowledge. So take a look at this.
I'm not sure, probably Sebastian Ogier.
No, we're failing you.